Famous Astronomers. John Couch Adams, his most famous achievement was predicting the existence and position of Neptune, using only mathematics. The calculations were made to explain discrepancies with Uranus's orbit and the laws of Kepler and Newton. At the same time, but unknown to each other, the same calculations were made by Urbain Le Verrier. Edward Emerson Barnard, he was commonly known as E. E. Barnard and was recognized as a gifted observational astronomer. He is best known for his discovery of the high proper motion of Barnard's star in 1916, which is named in his honor. Nicolaus Copernicus formulated a model of the universe that placed the Sun, rather than Earth, at its center. In all likelihood, Copernicus developed his model independently of Aristarchus of Samos, an ancient Greek astronomer who had formulated such a model some 18 centuries earlier. Galileo di Vincenzo Buonaiuti de Galilei. Galileo has been called the father of observational astronomy. Galileo studied speed and velocity, gravity and free fall, the principle of relativity, inertia and projectile motion. He used the telescope for scientific observations of celestial objects. With an improved telescope he built, he observed the stars of the Milky Way, the phases of Venus, the 4 largest satellites of Jupiter, Saturn's rings, lunar craters and sunspots. He also built an early microscope. George Ellery Hale, he is best known for his discovery of magnetic fields in sunspots, and as the leader or key figure in the planning or construction of several world-leading telescopes. The 60-inch Hale reflecting telescope at Mount Wilson Observatory is named after him. Edmund Halley. From observations Halley made in September 1682, he used Newton's law of universal gravitation to compute the periodicity of Halley's comet in his 1705 synopsis of the astronomy of comets. It was named after him upon its predicted return in 1758, which he did not live to see. William Herschel. Herschel constructed his first large telescope in 1774, after which he spent 9 years carrying out sky surveys to investigate double stars. Herschel published catalogues of nebulae in 1802 2,500 objects, and in 1825,000 objects. The resolving power of the Herschel telescopes revealed that many objects called nebulae in the Messier catalogue were actually clusters of stars. On 13 March 1781, while making observations, he made note of a new object in the constellation of Gemini confirmed to be a new planet, eventually given the name of Uranus. Edwin Hubble. He played a crucial role in establishing the fields of extragalactic astronomy and observational cosmology. Hubble provided evidence that the recessional velocity of a galaxy increases with its distance from Earth, a property now known as Hubble's law, although it had been proposed 2 years earlier by Georges Lemaitre. Hubble's name is most widely recognized for the Hubble Space Telescope, which was named in his honor, with a model prominently displayed in his hometown of Marshfield, Missouri. Christian Huygens. As an astronomer, he studied the rings of Saturn and discovered its largest moon, Titan. He is best known for his wave theory of light, which he described in his Trait de la Lumière 1690. His theory of light was initially rejected in favor of Newton's corpuscular theory of light, until Augustin-Jean Fresnel adapted Huygens's principle to give a complete explanation of the rectilinear propagation and diffraction effects of light in 1821. Today this principle is known as the Huygens-Fresnel principle. Percival Lowell. He fueled speculation that there were canals on Mars and furthered theories of a 9th planet within the solar system. He founded the Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff, Arizona, and formed the beginning of the effort that led to the discovery of Pluto 14 years after his death. Charles Messier. He published an astronomical catalogue consisting of 110 nebulae and star clusters, which came to be known as the Messier objects, referred to with the letter M and their number between 1 and 110. Messier's purpose for the catalogue was to help astronomical observers distinguish between permanent and transient visually diffuse objects in the sky. Sir Isaac Newton. Newton formulated the laws of motion and universal gravitation that formed the dominant scientific viewpoint for centuries, until it was superseded by the theory of relativity. Newton used his mathematical description of gravity to derive Kepler's laws of planetary motion, account for tides, the trajectories of comets, the precession of the equinoxes and other phenomena, eradicating doubt about the solar system's heliocentricity. Heinrich Olbers. He found a convenient method of calculating the orbit of comets, and in 1802 and 1807 discovered the second and the fourth asteroids Pallas and Vesta. In 1800, Olbers was one of 24 astronomers invited to participate in the group known as the Celestial Police, dedicated to finding new planets in the solar system. On 28 March 1802, Olbers discovered and named the asteroid Pallas. 5 years later, on 29 March 1807, he discovered the asteroid Vesta, which he allowed Carl Friedrich Gauss to name. Giuseppe Piazzi, he established an observatory at Palermo, now the Osservatorio Astronomico di Palermo Giuseppe S. Viana. He is perhaps most famous for his discovery of the first dwarf planet Ceres. Please like, share and subscribe to my channel. This will help motivate me. Also mention in the comments section which other videos you would like to watch.